Hello, and welcome to On New Paltz. I'm Josina Campbell.
And I'm Jessica Clary. Here are today's top stories.
In international news, it's been a violent day in Ukraine's capital of Kiev, where protesters tossed firebombs at police and government snipers fired back. A protest doctor says at least 70 people were killed and hundreds were wounded, and he says the death toll could rise. In all, according to protesters and Ukrainian authorities, more than 100 people have died this week in clashes in Kiev after 3 months of mostly peaceful protests. At the center of the revolt is the question of whether Ukraine will have strong ties with Russia or the West.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a gold medal winner. Russia's Adelina Sodnikova came out of nowhere to win gold in figure skating on Thursday night. Most Russians figured that Julia Lipnitskaya would be the one to challenge defending champion Yuna Kim of South Korea.
Finally, much of the Venezuelan capital has become a danger zone, especially at night, as police, troops, and armed militias fire volleys of gunfire and chase people through the streets to subdue growing opposition to the socialist government.
In national news, what's up with WhatsApp? It isn't your average Silicon Valley startup. The company that Facebook is purchasing for $19 billion has just 55 employees. 2 of them are its media-shy founders, who at 38 and 42 are much older than your typical college dropout turned CEO. While Facebook works to gather as much information about its 1.23 billion users, WhatsApp doesn't ask its 450 million members about their age, gender, or location, which has many Americans questioning the purchase.
8 members of a New Jersey high school wrestling team are planning to speak out after being scratched from a state tournament days after a photo surfaced of some of them simulating a lynching. In a statement, lawyer Scott Willem says the 8 Phillipsburg high school wrestlers will address their school's supervision of their participation in a tournament that starts this week.
A convenience store in Northern California has been given a $1 million check today for selling the only winning ticket in last night's $425 million Powerball drawing. State lottery officials are still waiting for the winner of one of the biggest jackpots in U.S. history to come forward. Stay tuned for entertainment news.
I'm Dominique DiBartolo. This week in entertainment news, a lawyer who says he was defamed by his portrayal in The Wolf of Wall Street is asking for $25 million in damages and the film removed from theaters. Andrew Green says in a complaint filed Tuesday in U.S. District Court in the Eastern District of New York against the filmmakers and Paramount Pictures that the toupee-wearing character Nikki Rugrat Koskoff, played by actor P.J. Byrne in the film, was modeled after Green. The lawsuit says the filmmakers made Green look like a depraved criminal, drug user, and degenerate. Jimmy Fallon's start as host of The Tonight Show is a ratings winner for NBC. Nielsen Company figures released Tuesday show 11.3 million people tuned in to watch Fallon's New York debut on Monday night. It was the second biggest audience for Tonight since Jay Leno stepped down from Conan O'Brien's brief run as host. With sketches like a barbershop quartet performing R. Kelly's remix to Ignition, the show is sure to be a hit. President Barack Obama's latest playful executive order is a tweeted effort to limit House of Cards plot spoilers. The second season of the political thriller about a power-hungry Washington couple premiered in its entirety Friday on Netflix. Obama's official Twitter account notes the occasion along with the request, "No spoilers, please." Stay tuned for sports news.
I'm Jeff Harris. Here's your sports news for this week. The New York Knicks say swingman Iman Shumpert will miss about 2 weeks with a sprained ligament in his left knee. Shumpert was hurt Wednesday in the Knicks' victory at New Orleans and returned to New York for an MRI, which revealed a sprained left MCL. He sustained a far more serious torn ACL in May 2012 at the end of his rookie season and sat out until the following January. Derek Jeter was greeted by a short standing ovation on the first day of workouts in his final spring training with the New York Yankees. Jeter says, "I think the point of the season is every time I'm doing something is the last time I'm going to be doing it. Just not looking forward to it being over, especially spring training." Finally, after winning a pair of nail-biters in its previous 2 games, top-ranked Syracuse ran out of miracles last night. Boston College earned its first victory over a #1 ranked team since 2009 by upsetting the previously undefeated Orange 62-59 in overtime.
I'm Emma Phillips. This week in local news, SUNY New Paltz has just celebrated the grand opening of the nation's first ever MakerBot Innovation Center, bringing state-of-the-art 3D printing equipment to the region. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Dominique DeBartolo, and I'm at the Lecture Center reporting live at the 3D MarketBot Printing Initiative. This could be a thing that changes SUNY New Paltz tremendously and the Hudson Valley area. So we're going to get some students' opinions. Do you think 3D printing will benefit all majors or select majors?
I think it really has the potential to help a variety of majors. I think what's really fascinating about 3D printing and what I learned a lot about today is that it's really interdisciplinary. I think it's fantastic that it can bridge the School of Fine and Performing Arts with the Science Engineering School and Liberal Arts and Sciences. I think it really is a benefit for all majors in ways that I think we don't even know the potential yet.
Everybody. I'm an anthropology major. If I can 3D print a skull cast, it's got some incredibly hard benefits over looking at an MRI scan on a computer.
I think 3D printing does benefit all majors because it allows everyone to experience a new type of technology, and just everyone can learn from it and benefit from it because everyone has their own needs, and if you could print things in 3D, who knows what you can get and how you can fulfill your own needs.
What do you think 3D printing will do for businesses, jobs, and the economy in the Hudson Valley area?
I think 3D printing will bring a lot of jobs to the Hudson Valley area, especially since the Innovation Center that just opened in New Paltz is really all about not only education but teaching students how to use 3D printing, and that'll bring more jobs. And I think it's really fantastic that we've partnered with MakerBot and the Hudson Valley 3D to see how we can bridge public and private business with the school.
Manufacturing of minor parts, and as technology progresses, more major parts will be much cheaper. This will allow business expansion, and in time, profits will increase, more jobs, capitalism wins.
I think 3D printing will help my education because I'm a computer science major, and it goes hand in hand, the hardware and the software, and who knows what you can need.
I'm not sure how it'll benefit my education. I think it already has, just by learning so much about it. I had no idea what 3D printing was or the potential that it has. I am a double major in history and digital media production, so by nature my studies are somewhat interdisciplinary, and I'm excited to see how these 3D printing techniques can be useful for me, for what I do, and I think there's a lot that I don't even know how to be able to benefit me yet, but I'm excited.
So there you have it. Back to you guys at the studio.
Choices for the Spring 2014 concert were revealed over winter break, and they've got the student population talking. Let's go to Ann Jacobs to learn more.
Thanks, Emma. Over the winter break, the choices for the Spring 2014 New Paltz concert were sent out, and each artist has something in common. They're all female. The Student Association says this was a conscious choice, so let's see what the New Paltz students say. Which of the 2014 spring concert artist choices do you listen to?
Well, I'm familiar with most of the artists, but they're kind of like one-hit wonders to me. For example, like Azalea Banks, the only song I know of her is like 212, which is kind of like a dancey song. I've heard a lot about Janina Ayoko, so I kind of, after I saw that she was one of the choices, I started listening to a lot of her songs, which I really like her. I don't listen to all of them like fully, but like I know like songs of them.
None of them, actually.
So you wouldn't say you're satisfied with the choices this year?
Not particularly.
So what do you think of the essay's choice to have mostly female choices for artists?
I think it's actually really cool that it's female artists. Honestly, when it comes to like music and stuff, I really don't consider gender as a big, huge thing. I'm actually part of an all-female a cappella group called the Sexy Pitches. So yeah, I thought it was cool that it was all female. But
I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, it doesn't really change anything. A good singer is a good singer.
So would you say you're satisfied with the choices?
I mean, they're not my favorite artists, but I mean, they're all talented individuals, so I wouldn't mind seeing any of them.
Because of their $50,000 budget, SA claims it's hard to find an inexpensive female artist. If you have any opinions on the Spring 2014 concert, comment below.
This week, students all over campus celebrated Valentine's Day, and On New Paltz spoke to them about their plans. Let's check it out.
I'm Naya Bonilla, and I'm here at the Student Union building to ask my fellow classmates how they feel about Valentine's Day, what are their plans, and how they feel the school is representing the holiday. So Nicole, how do you feel about Valentine's Day?
I really enjoy the holiday. I know a lot of people feel it's very Hallmarksy to get a lot of money, but I don't know. I personally love the holiday, and even though it's like really for couples, I always celebrate it with my friends.
I think Valentine's Day is a great time for people to show their love for one another, even if it's like not a relationship, just friendships as well.
So what kind of plans do you have for this Friday?
So this Friday I actually have all my classes. So I'm going to all my classes, and then I'm going to go to the flash mob that's actually in the sub.
My plans for this Friday are to deliver all these Valentines to people.
I'm going to do a very nice deed for one person in particular, and let's see how that goes.
Now, Hugo's in the Sub is having a Valentine's Day dinner for this week for couples to kind of enjoy and have almost a fancy dinner on campus, which is nice. But do you think the campus should have any other activities?
I think that the campus does have enough activities. If they were to add on a couple of more, that'd be fine. I think that as a campus, like a lot of people might not celebrate the holiday, so having a few things here and there would be a really good thing to have.
I think more activities wouldn't hurt. I think it'd be a good time if the campus tried harder to get students involved in Valentine's Day.
Well, I personally don't know of any other ones besides that one, so I think, yeah, I mean, if anything, instead of making more, why not promote them a bit better? But yeah, if they make or have any other events, like that'd be a great way to, like, you know, spread the love.
Well, everyone might have their own different way to celebrate it. All of us can enjoy the Day of Love. Thank you very much.
Finally, speaking of Valentine's Day, the 1 Billion Rising group organized a flash mob Friday to support a world in which women live safely and freely. Back to you.
That's all for this week. I'm Josina Campbell.
And I'm Jessica Clary. Thanks for tuning in.